UFC 221 just wrapped up, and guess what? What an unexpected turn! And turns out I was wrong about a lot of stuff. And man, what a first fucking round! What a first fucking round! Great fucking round. Since we here, we're gonna switch things up, and this is what's gonna happen. Yeah, let's just take a look at the whole card, right? Not main event. We're not gonna break it down, to a specific card. But moving on to the prelims, we saw one of the greatest knockouts. We saw one of the greatest knockouts in the UFC and in UFC history. What a knockout! The Moroccan King was out cold. He was out cold. Pardon me with the names. I apologize on that. You're gonna have to go rewatch the fights. That's on me. That's on me, right? But moving on to the prelims, it was a great fight. When you're taking, if you was looking at the guy, he was setting up that high kick all of the time. Because every time he was kicking that man, he was kicking that man's in his fucking ribs. He was setting him up, and the height difference sometimes it makes a difference. Sometimes it makes a huge difference because he didn't have to, he didn't have to lift that leg high. He just hit it perfect. When that man came down, he just got caught by that fucking high kick, and boom, he went to sleep. And the Australian man did pretty good. He fought fucking technical as fuck, and that was a great fight. Moving on to the third fight of the main card. Umar Nurmagomedov versus the man. My apologies with the name. I apologize. That's on me. But we're gonna get better. No excuses. But Umar Nurmagomedov gets a W, and pretty much, let me say watching the post-fight interview, he doubted himself about the Khabib style of fighting. Turns out he's talking about the submission side of the thing. I mean, the submission side of his game. He's not as good as Khabib's. He mentioned something along those lines of, I tried to do what Khabib does. And guess what? He couldn't do what Khabib does. Turns out, he's in that camp. And when he's in that camp, he fights hard. And when he fights hard in these fucking main cards, let me say these main fights, he just, the car is not there. You can see that third round that he was tired. Turns out, if the rematch happens with Marab, he's not gonna survive. He's not gonna survive. He's not gonna survive past the third round. I mean, he's not gonna survive fifth round and the fourth round and the fifth round. That's my observation. But I'm telling you, his fight style, you can see that it's a copy and paste of Khabib, just with less submissions, also getting caught here and there, getting tired. We saw how Khabib fought, when Khabib fought, we saw how Khabib did things. He would break guys down. Some of these young kings in the featherweight division, they just pardon me. In the bantamweight division, sometimes it's just unbreakable. Sometimes, and Khabib Nurmagomedov did a great job. Let me say he did everything he had to do to win the fight. When he took him down, he was pretty much busy. Also, turning the eye, the man he was fighting, he had heart for days. If he went 5 rounds, he probably would have defeated Umar Nurmagomedov. That's my observation. Moving on to the main event. Core main event. Great fight, ladies. But one of the best divisions. One of the let me say one of the best. Let me say one of the best women's divisions. All they could produce was that a great fight, technical fight. They were both throwing them fucking hands, and it was pretty much technical on both ends, but nobody wanted to finish the fight. Pardon me. I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna end the co-main event right there, and we got a new champion regardless. Moving on to the main event. The main event, people, was short-lived, and we saw how that first round came about. I'm gonna kind of pick it back on what I said, right? Because a man admits when he's wrong. A man gotta admit when he's fucking wrong. What I said was, I'm pretty sure that Tom Aspinall is faster than Cyril Gane. And turns out I was wrong about that. I said something along those lines. Link will be in the description. Go watch that. Go watch that fight week build up, come back, and you're gonna hear my exact words what I said. And looking at that first round, we're just gonna break down the first round, right? The first round, Tom Aspinall was looking to finish the fight. Tom Aspinall was looking to finish the fight fast and quick. Turns out it's not possible if you're fighting. Turns out it is not possible if you're fucking fighting Cyril Gane, bro. It is not possible fighting Cyril Gane. I judge Cyril Gane by the John Jones fight and the Francis Ngannou fight. Why? Because of the inexperience. Because of the inexperience. Even though against Volkov it got taken down, what had happened was Volkov almost got submitted that first round. And the reason why Cyril Gane won that Volkov fight, because he deserved that. Towards the end of the round, Cyril Gane showed that he's one of the most dangerous heavyweight and the most capable heavyweight in the heavyweight division, let me say, in history. Turns out he's a John Jones 2.0 with the eye pokes, And I'm going to give you my 2 cents. Here's my 2 cents. Watching the fight, these guys are trying to catch each other. They're filling each other out. And what happens is Cyril Gane is a little bit, not too far, but a little bit, too much for who? For Tom Aspinall. Turns out the man was wrong. I was wrong. I thought he was gonna get that early finish, and guess what? No. Pardon me. That's wrong. That was not my thought process. I thought Cyril Gane was gonna get submitted between round 1, 2, and 3. And guess what? He showed improvement, huge improvement in Cyril Gane's game, 100% improvement. Now I'm never, ever in my life doubting this man. Since I just got one of the most greatest IQ in the heavyweight history. No fucking heavyweight in the heavyweight history has the IQ of Cyril Gane. His movement, his speed, everything Cyril Gane did to a T. He outperformed Tom Aspinall that first fight, and you could see when Tom Aspinall started bleeding through the nose that, damn, this guy is not what I expected, and that's why I didn't want to fight him. But turns out both guys turned down the fight. Let me tell you, both guys turned down the fight the exact same time the other guy was on the. When the other guy was on the under, let me say, when that guy was on top, this guy didn't want to fight this guy. Now the fucking roles have reversed. Cyril Gane wanted to fight Tom Aspinall, and he got that fight, but he didn't want to fight Tom Aspinall. Nah. Tom Aspinall didn't want to fight Cyril Gane. Pardon me, people, with the language. It's just I'm not disappointed, but I'm kind of shocked that Tom Aspinall was not ready for that fight. Was not ready for that fight at all. Was not ready for that fight. You could see right off the bat he wanted to finish the fight. And Cyril Gane does what Cyril Gane does best. He fills you out. He wears you out with that movement. It's not easy. It is not easy to catch Cyril Gane. And especially in the first round when it's still fresh, you know? And yeah, man, this is where we're gonna cut it. The whole 10 episodes, we're back, baby! We're fucking back! We're back and we're doing this! We're fucking back. The whole thing episode. Like, subscribe, and share this video. And guess what? One of the best podcasts in MMA in SA. If you know what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's what we're doing. That's where we're going. And guess what? Like, subscribe, and share. We out! We out, man! That eye poke shots from the UFC. Sometimes, man, I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro. You gotta give credit where it is fucking due. You know? When you got people like me who watching the fight and kind of like getting the feel and you know, let me say, reading Tom Aspinall's body language after not getting that first, let me say, not catching Cyril Gane that quick, and as the fight progressed, he got his nosebleeds, and you can see that it was mentally starting to drain him. That shit, this guy is too good. I can't just do whatever I've been doing this past fucking 6, 7, 8, 9. I think he's lost 9 fights, you know? Because I don't count the Curtis Blade loss. That was not a loss. Okay, back to the point.